So for fun I'm going to do a moveset video for Bayonetta. Do I want Bayonetta in Smash? Not particularly. I do think there are more deserving characters out there, though I would be far from unhappy if she did get in. And my policy is that Snake got in, so anyone's possible. She's an interesting character with a lot of diverse and unique abilities. With Ryu, Little Mac, Robin and various other characters, it seems almost like every newcomer needs some kind of gimmick to keep them fresh. So my gimmick for Bayonetta is that she has no recovery special, similar to Yoshi or Jigglypuff, only instead of having an above average jump, her aerial moves can help her stay aloft and recover in the air. She would also have the slowest walking speed in the game, stylishly sauntering towards an opponent. To compensate, she would have a very good dash attack, utilising the Panther within, and her ground moves can also assist her in movement. Basically, the idea behind Bayonetta would be always attacking for movement. Knowing exactly how far each move will take her and how much damage it will do is crucial for mastering her moveset. Her basic A combo would be her default combo with her guns equipped. Her forward tilt would be Stiletto, a charging attack that propels her forward. Her down tilt would be a similar attack called Heel Slide, but this keeps her low to the ground. Her up aerial is her jump and heavy attack from the games, likewise propelling her into the air. Her forward smash is the Heel Stomp. This forward smash has very small range and it attacks in an awkwardly low area. However, when fully charged, she uses her Wicked Weave, causing the giant leg to activate, giving it much more range. Likewise, her down smash is a low kick, but when fully charged it becomes the portal kick. Up smash is Witch Twist, but when fully charged it becomes the more dangerous Witch Twist from the second game. For her neutral area she has Sharuba, her katana sword, and by pressing it repeatedly she can stay aloft in the air, though she gains no real movement with it. Her forward aerial is Rakshasa, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It's a twin blade sword that she uses in the second game. This would propel her forward slightly like Mark's Dancing Blade or Roy's Double-Edged Dance. Her back aerial is Durga, either the fire or lightning one, it alternates each time. This doesn't give her any backwards momentum, but it does stop her from going forward. Her most important aerial attack is her up aerial, Afterburner Kick. This propels her upwards, giving her great distance and deals quite a bit of damage. It's quite similar to Wario's Corkscrew, except it's in a more diagonally angled direction. It can only be used once while in the air before you hit the ground, you can use it again. And her down aerial is Heel Slam. That's her heavy attack when she's in the air in the games. This will knock her straight to the ground. Now on to her special attacks. Her default special is Handgun. Not the handgun she uses throughout the games, but the more useless one she has at the start of her games. This works similar to Fox's Blaster in that it will deal no knockback damage, but will deal actual damage, and is very rapid fire. However, unlike Fox's Blaster, you can hold the button to keep on attacking, but then eventually it will break and she'll throw it away, giving you a bit of lag. Her other neutral special is Kafka, the bow she uses from the second game. This is more similar to Falco's Blaster, though it's a bit like Pit's bow as well. Similar to the handguns, you can hold the button to keep on firing, but eventually she'll put the bow away and you'll have to deal with a little bit of lag. Her third special is Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore, the bazooka she uses in the first game. This, simple enough, has a bit of startup lag and then she fires a bazooka. Quite similar to Snake's Stinger missile, or Nikita missile from Brawl, except you can't control it and it fires a little faster from the initial attack. Her default side special is Odette. These are the ice skates she uses from her first game. Basically, when you use them, she'll be able to move at speed comparable to Palutena's extreme speed, leaving a trail of ice behind her. However, it doesn't deal any damage unless you use an attack to get out of it. It does leave ice in the field, which is an interesting trait of changing the field. The ice, of course, melts after about 10 seconds. Her second side special is Salamandra, the chainsaw she uses from the second game. This will be equipped to her feet and she'll move forward with speed better than her walking speed, which is quite bad, but not nearly as good as Odette. The thing about this one is that when you finish the attack or press the button out of the attack, she will do a heavy attack with her chainsaw feet. Kind of similar to Kirby's hammer in that regard, in that it's an attack you hold and it slowly approach the enemy before attacking with. However, she can't really change direction while doing it. Her final side special is Sci-Fung. She will slowly approach the opponent while using her nunchucks. If the opponent gets hit by these, then they'll simply get hit by the nunchucks and it will leave them in a good prime position to follow up with one of her standard attacks. Her down special is Undyne. This alternates between fire and ice. It's basically a flamethrower similar to Bowser's, but every second time you use it, it could be ice throw. It slowly dissipates over time. Her other down special is the Chain Chomp. This has quite a bit of startup lag as she'll spawn the Chain Chomp, swing around dealing slight damage to anyone nearby, and then kick it forward along the ground, dealing heavy damage to anyone it hits, before it comes back to her, and then she puts it away. All while she does that, she can't really do any other attacks, so kind of similar to Warlock Punch, except different range going along the ground. So an interesting attack that has very odd hitboxes, but a lot of lag and leaves you quite open. Her final down special is Bazillions. This is the laser gun she uses from the first game. You charge it up and then you shoot a laser, quite similar to Toron, except not nearly as much damage in exchange for not nearly as much charge time. Actually quite similar to Rob's Robo Laser when I think about it. Her up special is Takamazuki, the hammer she uses from the second game. Now, like I said, she doesn't really have an up special recovery, so this is just basically a really strong hammer attack. Quite similar to Kirby's hammer in the way you can charge it and move forward with it, except it deals quite a lot more damage and quite a bit more range at the cost of not being a recovery. Her other up special is the Chernobog, is similar to that. It's the giant sight she uses in the second game. However, it doesn't deal as much damage, but is a quicker execution once you release the attack. Finally, your third special is Pillow Talk. Unlike the first two, this one won't let you move as you're charging it, but it has a much quicker charge and comparable range. Her final smash will be the Umbran Climax from the first game, though there's plenty of other options you could use, just summoning demons or doing any of the amazing stuff she does. Other things to mention, her dodge would be the Bat Within. Her taunt would also restore 1% bit of health, which is a lot she can do for the taunts. She has taunts in her own game where she dances. I think her breakdance attack would also be fitting as a good taunt. She could also eat a lollipop or something. She would also have a lot of options for alternate costume. Like, seriously, Bayonetta just really goes to town, which is stuff she could possibly wear. You could even set up that she's like one of the Miis, and you can even have DLC because she dresses up as like Samus and Link, and she has good wear, she has her haircut. Bayonetta really has access to a lot of costumes. Also, her grab would be the Alruna Whip. It's a tethered recovery grab, so you know, even though she doesn't have a special recovery, she still does have options for recovering. And her Z-Air would be the Crow Within, which would transform into a crow, and like in the actual games, if she does a special or normal attack while doing it, she still has two feather-like attacks that will happen when she becomes a crow. And also, when you do the second air jump, if you hold the jump button, similar to Peach, she will float slowly to the ground with butterfly. There you go, this one moveset for Bayonetta. I think it's a pretty interesting moveset in the way that it kind of blurs the line between special and standard attacks. And I hope you enjoyed it. Give me your thoughts and opinion on Bayonetta as a character for Smash and what you think she should or should not do.